Hello, everyone that watches these. This is the video for week 5. And just for everyone to know, going into this, I'm feeling a bit tired, and kind of just like dysregulated or dizzy. It's my POTS. If anyone else watching this has POTS, yeah, maybe I'll circle back to POTS later in this. But yeah, I'm checking in for week 5. Once again, making the video a little bit late. It's Wednesday and my week 5 ended on Saturday, and just noticing how it's really hard to look back and like kind of remember what kind of week I had. So I think I'm gonna start trying to make them maybe like Saturday night, basically. I've noticed that I put a lot of pressure on myself to make these videos, even though I literally know like 5 people are watching this, if even that. It like, in a way, like it doesn't even matter though, because it's like, I guess for me, this making the video is also me trying to put myself out there and like make something creative. So it feels like an extension of my creative practice, or like an extension of the troubles I'm already having with my creativity to make the videos. For example, I'm noticing I'm waiting for the right moment and the perfect circumstances to record a video. Like, I have to be in a good mood, I have to be well rested, I want the light to be want there to be good lighting. Not that this is even that good of lighting, but like I'm like making these little excuses about how the circumstances need to be right or something, which is really like an excuse, and we'll get to it. But part of this week does make you go over your favorite ways to stay blocked, and I definitely noticed that one of my favorite ways to stay blocked is to wait for the perfect circumstances to do something. So I'm really trying to get out of that habit, basically. And I think part of that for me is actually making these videos, especially because it's not something I'm good at necessarily, and it's not like I'm a professional. I have this blog, like this, like a real blog, and I'm doing editing and like all this stuff. Like, I'm clearly not at that level yet in any kind of capacity yet. LOL, that's funny. Maybe I will be at some point. But just trying to practice like still using my voice and still expressing myself, despite the circumstances not being perfect, and still just starting the activity and letting it be not 100% perfect and still putting it out there. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm, slowly inching towards with these blogs too, because it's like kind of like tricking myself into being creative, because it's like, obviously I'm not gonna apply for a show with this video, but here we are. Okay, so once again, I forgot everything that happened, so I'm gonna have to read back over this week. Oh, another thing, before I even get into that, another thing is that I showed more people my blog last week, because I'm slowly starting to send it to more people and getting comfortable sending it to people and not even caring if they watch it or what, even though I do care. And a lot of people thought that it was really good last week and told me that, or like, I don't know, not like really good, but they thought it was funny and they liked watching it. And I felt like I noticed how that, well, first of all, I liked that people said that, duh. And like, also I really appreciated that people watched it, because I didn't think anyone would want to. But then I noticed how I put the pressure on myself really hard this right now for this one, to be like, I gotta be funny, I gotta be blah blah blah, I gotta be good, I gotta have good energy, or something like that. And I don't have good energy right now, I have bad energy and I'm dizzy and I'm like, I don't know, whatever. Yes, so just, I'm bringing that up because it seems relevant. So this week is called Recovering a Sense of Possibility, week 5. And yes, examine your payoffs in remaining stuck. You are going to explore how you curtail your own possibilities by placing limits on the good you can receive. You may find yourself thinking about radical changes. No longer ruling out growth by making others the cause of your constriction. So yeah, I definitely do feel, I mean, I don't know how I feel, but I definitely think I have been facing more and more the ways that I limit myself and like tell myself no. And right off the bat, just looking back on this week, I did a bunch of stuff that I would not normally do. And it felt really good, and it felt really playful, and it felt really adventurous, and it put me in a really good mood for the week. And I guess that really is like recovering a sense of possibility. It's like realizing all the things that you could do that you're not doing, and then like starting to explore and realizing that you can explore and just like beginning to branch out a bit. So that's how I did feel like that for this week. I'm going to look over a little bit the chapter just to refresh myself as I'm sitting here. So if you're listening, don't click out right now. I promise it's going to be interesting again in a second. Talking about God here. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't skim this even that well. Finding the river. Man, I don't remember what that means at all. I don't remember reading this chapter at this point. Yeah, okay, we're gonna just keep going until it starts to make sense. Okay, the virtue trap, I do remember reading that. It was just basically talking about, and I totally relate to this too, the ways that we limit ourselves based on telling ourselves we need to do something for somebody else. Like being a good person by, oh no, like I'm trying to think of a good possibility for me. Like, I can't go on an artist date right now. I gotta pick Finn up from work. Or, okay, to contextualize that, Finn could walk home easily. I don't know, things like, or like, oh no, I'm supposed to, like, this is probably all gonna be Finn examples because we're living together. Or no, maybe I'll give it another one. I'll be more wide range. Oh, my mom wants me to help her move some stuff out of her house, but I had planned an artist date for this day. Well, she doesn't ask for my help that much. I should probably go help her because that's what I should do, like being good. I don't know, just things like that. And wait, did I explain that example well? I don't know. But like basically when you're like, you're putting other people and what you should do for other people and what other people want you to do above what you should do. But not just that, you're actually actively using that as an excuse to not do the things that you want to do. Like, almost like you don't realize it, but in your head, a little angel is like, well, maybe not angel, a little baby seal is like, ooh, no, I'm actually not going to do my baby seal like that. A little chicken. Sorry, now I need to use this puppet for the first time. A little chicken in your head named Chicken Hell is like, ooh, this is perfect. Ooh, this is perfect. Now you have an excuse to not do the thing that you wanted to do, which you were actually really scared of doing. And so you're actually really happy that you don't have to do that. So you're actually really happy that you don't have to do that now. Because now you can just keep living in your fear and you have a great excuse not to do the thing that you wanted to do that'd be a little out of your comfort zone. And in the process, you can feel like a really good person too. So yes, it's about that. I'm honestly so happy I just got to use that puppet. I bought that puppet on week 1 and I haven't used it at all except to inspire me to change my name to Chicken Hell. I can't even explain how that arose. I'm not going to. But so I'm named the puppet Chicken Hell. Okay, so anyways, I read that and I was like, damn, I do that all the fucking time. And in my head I'm literally like, oh yeah, that's a great, oh thank God, I don't have to like I'm off the hook, you know. And it's like you can blame someone else too. It's perfect. You don't even have to blame yourself. You can just start harboring some resentment towards somebody else and like you're totally off the hook. So I was like, damn, okay, I need to stop doing that. And I feel like it's really about like setting good boundaries, but that doesn't even fully explain it. Like it's like, and I think I've talked about this probably in the other ones I've made for sure, but I'm just going to talk about it again, like developing a healthy relationship with yourself and building trust in yourself. And because I think you start to resent your own self if you keep putting off the things that you want to do, and then your little artist is just scared of you and doesn't want to come out. It's like, no wonder when you sit down to draw or something, you're like all tense. So anyways, I've been trying to set boundaries. I feel like reading this book has made me look at boundaries differently than I've ever looked at them. And which is weird because it doesn't talk about that at all, but like I guess that's just been my own experience, and I've definitely noticed in my own life I want to and I need to be a stronger boundary setter. But I don't think I had fully realized that it was because of me actively betraying myself and not having a good relationship with my own self, like taking care of myself. If I'm not, it's like it's like an active hurt. I think I always thought it's like, oh, it's not like quite what I want, but it's fine, you know. But I didn't realize how it was like an active harm. Like it's like abusive to your own self if you're not, you know, like it's hard to explain. If you're not setting boundaries, maybe that's just all you have to say. Like in all sorts of ways. Physical boundaries with other people, time boundaries, things, all these things. Haven't even gotten into what I even did in the week. That's okay though. If this video is 100 years long, that's okay. Oh yeah, it calls it self-destructive in the book. It's what I just said, yeah. Okay, then then it made you do some things like some more exercises. What would I do if it weren't too selfish? That was one. I don't remember what I wrote. Honestly, what I wrote's not even that important, like to like verbalize necessarily in the video. But I wrote a lot. For all of these, I wrote a lot of things. I would just be like, let me just write like 20, even though it only said 5, because I was like, I think it's really good to like get in the flow of it. And then it gave you a little fill in the blank kind of dealio. My biggest lack in life is blank. My biggest joy in life is blank. It goes on. The one reason I get sad sometimes is blank. Does your life only serve others? Okay, and then list 10 things you love to do but are not allowed to do. I was like, damn, I've got a lot of stuff that I love to do that I'm not allowed to do, and I didn't think I would. Maybe I will open my thing up and like read some, because I feel like that's kind of juicy info. I gotta keep the public hanging on. Okay. Okay. Perfect. It's a great list. Okay, so one I said was dance. I noticed when I go out, people probably watching this are not going to believe this. But, for example, like, dance as much as I want. Maybe that's better. like, because I go to dance classes and dance jams, and I dance really hard and expressively when I go out too. But I also notice that I will sometimes not let myself dance. Like, I'll want to move my body in my house. Maybe it's move my body how I want. Maybe that's it. Like in social situations, I won't let myself move my body how I want. If I need to regulate in some kind of way that looks weird, I won't let myself move my body how I want. If I wake up in the morning, I'm feeling kind of like jittery, I'll be like, no, I need to be chill. Like, Finn's just waking up. Like, what if they get grumpy? Like, I don't know. I'll make up all these excuses basically to like not move my body how I actually want. Oh, people might judge me. Things like that. Another one was buy flowers. I love having flowers in the house, and I always am like, oh, I can't get that. That's too expensive. Fucking, it's not. It's literally just like, I don't know. I'm looking at a bouquet of flowers on my desk. I got for maybe $5 at Trader Joe's. But it's like all these things where it's like somehow in my head I made up all these excuses where I was like, you can't do that because whatever the reason. And it's kind of weird to start noticing that and then start to like unravel the logic around it and be like, oh, how did I convince myself that I can't do this thing? I'm still confused how it happened, if I'm being really honest. But it's interesting to see all of that start to unravel. I think for me, a lot of it has to do with money. I'm on week 6 right now, which has to do with money and abundance. So it did kind of like flow really seamlessly to that week. But I noticed a lot of these have to do with money. It's like, oh, it's expensive. Like, I love going to coffee shops, but I always think, oh, I'm really spending $4 on a cup of coffee. Like, this is a lot of money, even though it's really not. But in my head, I'm like, it's a lot of money. But it's like, that money's gonna probably get spent either way. You know what I mean? And it's funny because I'll spend money on stuff that I don't actually want that much, but not the things that are really like nourishing to me. I guess there's maybe like part of me inside me that's like thinks I don't deserve it or something. And it's like, oh, the things that you care about, that's not important. You know, these other things are important. Like, I don't know, groceries or something. But like, I think you end up, at least I've noticed for myself, like, I'll end up buying a bunch of random crap at the grocery store. I feel like a middle schooler saying crap. I'll buy random crap at the grocery store that I don't even want because I'll be like having a tantrum against myself for not letting myself get something I do want, like some flowers or something else. Like, there'll be certain things I will let myself buy that like make up for the other things, but they're not actually the things I really wanted. Or like more dance classes in the week or something like that. Like, I'm like, no, I can't spend $30 a month on dance classes. But it's like, if I'm really thinking about it, I'm like, that's a really good deal because that is something that really helps my mental health and like really, really supports my healing. It's just interesting. Anyways, so yes, I'm like pushing through some of this stuff and trying to be like, well, let's just do it and see what happens. And for example, I did this with the flowers I have, and I'm like, wow, okay, yeah, I'm not really feeling the world is not caving in, sky isn't falling, it did not break the bank to buy these flowers, and now I get to look at them, and they're just really nice to have up here, and I'm getting a lot out of them. Anyways, I will move on. Okay, and then it says, okay, fill out this thing that's like, I wish. All your wishes. And I made a bunch of wishes. Yeah. Wish I was a good writer. I wish I could draw really well. I wish I wasn't blocked. I wish I was more creative. I wish I was rich. I wish I was confident and cool. I wish I was smarter. I wish people liked me. I wish I loved myself more. Yeah, I'm gonna stop reading them actually because I don't want to like go in too deep. But anyways, I wrote like maybe like 30 of those, and I was like, damn, didn't even know some of this stuff. Like, once you reach a certain point, it's like then your subconscious kicks in. Like, it first starts with all the things you think you want or something, so maybe that was, or like what's at the forefront of your mind, so that was probably the ones I just read to you. And then by the end, it's all this stuff that you didn't even think you wanted. I wish I had no fear. It's at the end. I most especially wish to be happy and free. Wish I had no censor. These were my ones at the end of my list. This video is gonna be long, I can already tell. Okay, you know what? If you stop caring, if you're watching this and you stop caring, it's okay, just so you know. So this is kind of for me, really. Yeah. Okay, so then it's like, list the reasons you can't believe in a supportive God. Listing these reasons down. I'm like, I got a lot of reasons. And then it made you make an image file, which for me, I made a Pinterest board, and it was like, if you had either faith or money, if I had either faith or money, I would try. And I'll tell you what I wrote down. I would try singing lessons, music lessons, starting a band, writing a sci-fi story or movie or comic or book, buying a bunch of art supplies, buying new clothes that are more me, buying a bigger apartment, with my own bedroom and studio space, stand-up comedy or acting, dance, martial arts, performing for people, traveling all around. So you wrote it all down, and then you find images of it, and this is my interpretation, made a Pinterest board. And I kind of thought it was corny at first. So I was like, I haven't been on Pinterest since I was like 12. And I still have all my Pinterest boards from then. And so it was a little scary to see that. No, that's not true. I have been on Pinterest since then. But that's just what it reminds me of. If anyone remembers Polyvore, not that that's the same as Pinterest, but they're connected in my brain. Anyways, I made a Pinterest board. I was very much struck by how powerful it was just to even look at pictures of these things that I want, essentially, and how just looking at the pictures of them made me realize that they were in my reach and made them feel achievable and made them feel like they were things I could actually have for myself. I am still very shocked about how that happened, because I really did think, oh, I don't really want to do this, basically, was how I felt about it. But like, looking at the pictures, I was like, damn, I was reinforced even more wanting to do them, first of all, and feeling like having them in my collection, my things that I saved, setting the intention, like, and being like, yeah, I want this, made it feel even more possible, and made it feel okay to want it, and made it feel like not out of reach or something. Like, the things I thought, like, I can't do that, I was like, wait, no, I could. Yeah, and I put some, I don't even know how to explain this, but those like text posts circa like 2012 maybe, they were like the thing, I can't explain it, really, I cannot explain this. It's like text over an image, and it's like travel around Europe, like sleep with Niall Horan, like, they're like just girly girl things, but it's not just the just girly girl things, they have other ones. I put some of those in there just for fun because I ran into them, and I was like, honestly, I kind of fuck with this, and it made me feel like a kid again. Yeah, so the rest of the stuff is like pretty similar to all that, kind of like giving different prompts that inspire the similar things, like generating you to like start looking at, even like, I think the whole book up to this point has been doing this, but like kind of even more deep, looking at what you want, recovering a sense of possibility. I think the first step is is realizing the things that you want, and then it's realizing that you could make them happen for yourself. So it's somewhere in between there, all these little questions. So like more 5 lives stuff. You could have 5 other lives to live. If you're 20, adventures you would have if you were 20 with money, adventures you would have if you were 80 with money. 10 ways I'm mean to myself. Don't eat when hungry. Make my stress worse. Very self-critical. Yeah, I like doing that one, honestly. Don't tell myself I love myself enough. Push myself too hard. Yeah, I'm trying to not be mean to myself. So yeah, just going back to working on that relationship with my own self. Okay, I think I'm kind of don't want to keep talking about all these. Oh yeah, favorite creative blocks. Yeah, that was a good one for me, because I was like, when you put it like that, because I always kind of felt like I'm blocked, like, oh, I'm blocked, oh, someone's like this force on top of me blocking me, like, and realizing like I'm literally in charge of my block. Like, I'm actually in charge of my block. Like, whatever emotions stored in the body are real. They're like whatever kind of like trauma or whatever is, you know, keeping it moving. But at the same time, realizing that I do have agency and I have habits that keep me in the invisible cage, and that I fully have the agency to stop doing those habits. Well, I mean, it sucks in a way learning that. I was like, damn. But it also felt really good, because I was like, oh, wait, okay. I need to just stop doing certain, like, do some things, don't do some things. That's it. But it's hard. And, okay, yes. And let's see. My artist date. Man, I'm getting, are y'all getting bored with this video? I feel like I just talk so much about nothing. I'm gonna keep going though, because I need to tell you about my artist date. Okay, so I did multiple mini artist date. I'm just physically tired of talking, but I'm gonna keep going because I have to, because I'm pushing myself. Maybe I'll take like 10 seconds break. Okay, that might have been 10 seconds. I think this was the most like juicy part of my week, was my artist dates. When I got to the check-in and it was like, how was your artist date? At first I was like, wait, I literally forgot to go on an artist date. Like, I didn't go on one, and I felt really, really bad about myself. I was like, fuck, what the fuck? I didn't go on an artist date. Like, I'm not taking this shit seriously. How the heck, how did I forget to do this? And then I kind of realized, I actually went on many artist dates this week. I just forgot to even, in my head, call it an artist date beforehand. Which I guess is good, because I'm starting to naturally integrate new fun and nourishing things into my life, which feels good. Now I will tell you about them. Oh my god, it seems like so far away when I did this. Okay, I went to the toy store. Why in my head I feel like I talked about this in week 4. Whatever, I don't care. Went to the toy store. Bought a bunch of toys. Okay, not that many, but I got a bunch of toys, really. Hot Wheels. Freaking Pinot. Oh gosh, scared me. Pinot. Oh my god, I'm a real blogger now. Calico Critters, Bubble Wand, and some other stuff. got some stuff at the toy store. Been having a really fun time playing with them. Yeah, I've literally just been playing with them and having a fun time. So that was really fun, and it was so fun to go to a toy store and like get toys that I liked when I was a kid. And I spent a day hanging out by myself, really just like playing with my toys. Like I took my bubble wand on a walk. That sounds like my bubble wand is my pet, but I meant like I took it with me on a walk. Bubble wand, blowing bubbles, just like I was like, wait, blowing bubbles is so fun. This is enjoyable. I should have this with me when I go on walks. Okay, yes, I did that. And what else? I'm slowing down. My brain is juicing itself at the moment. Yeah, I went to the coffee shop twice and took my journal and wrote stories, or like kind of planning for some stories. Storyboarding, perhaps you could call it. Pre-writing, perhaps you could call it. I took myself to a dance class that I'd never gone to before, and it was really scary. And there were only 3 other people there besides me, and 2 of them were like kissing, so that was like almost 1 person. Yes, that was I was scared to go, and I also had a good time, and I also wasn't that good at, like, it was kind of improv, and then also we learned a little choreography at the end. I was like, damn, I'm really bad at learning this. Everyone else around me is really good at learning this. And just letting that be okay and being like, that's fine. Even though I felt embarrassed, but pushing through some of that. And then, yes, actually making art. This is the first week. Well, I consider it actually making art. When I went to the coffee shop and did creative writing, this is literally the first week that I have made art, or like made any what you could look at as like a concrete step towards making art. So that's big, and I'm happy about that, and I really feel things starting to loosen up around that. Integrating more me time, bringing my baby seal with me. Yeah. Okay, those are my artist dates. I guess that's enough. Synchronicity issues, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. At the end of my week, I'll count this for this week. Who knows if I'll talk about it next week though. Like Saturday night, I went to go dance, and I had so much fun. Me and Emma went to Saturn Bar for mod night, and we danced our booties off, and it was so fun. And yeah, it was just a very amazing time that we had together. And I don't really go out much, like, not like that, but no, like that, yeah, but like I don't go out at night much because of my pots. It did come full circle because of my pots, which, if you don't know what that is, I literally don't know how to explain it. I've been trying to explain it to people for a really long time. No, actually, I haven't been trying to explain it for that long. Okay, I'll try again. Okay. I got diagnosed with POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia, which basically means your autonomic nervous system has a dysfunction, and it can lead to all sorts of different things going wrong. The POTS itself specifically means like your heart rate changes really intensely going from sitting to standing, but that's just one specific symptom. So for me, it also involves having, like, for example, like intense light sensitivity, chronic fatigue, dizziness, lightheadedness, exercise intolerance, just like physical weakness. Yeah, I don't feel that good sometimes. A lot of times. I do a lot to make myself feel better. And it just basically means I'm like kind of sick, essentially like weak and sick constantly, and work really hard to not be. And I think this is also a favorite block of mine, or excuse, to not do some of the things I want, even though it's real. And I almost didn't go dancing because I don't go out late, because I basically need like 10 hours of sleep a night to function on a like even somewhat normal level. Oh my god, I put my car upside down. Sorry, distraction. And anyways, I just was like, I really want to go hear this music. These DJs seem really cool. I really want to go dance. Like, I felt like I needed to dance. And I was just like, okay, I'm just going. And I'm not saying, and I had an amazing time. And I got back at like 2 a.m., which is, not good for me or normal for me, whatever. And the next day I felt really, really, really bad. I was like, I couldn't fall back asleep too, because like it makes my heart rate, to not get enough sleep makes my heart rate go up. So it was so high that I couldn't take a nap. I felt really horrible the whole day pretty much, but despite that, pretty much only lasted for a day that I felt really horrible. Got sleep the next day, and it's like, okay, I'm okay. So like every once in a while I can do that kind of thing, and that's fine. And what I'm trying to get back to, essentially, I forgot what I'm even trying to get back to. I guess that is a block, creative block for me, and my own excuses to not doing the things that I actually want to do. Okay, I'm gonna end this episode here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to check in at a regular time, earlier, this Saturday for week 6. Yeah, I'm having some brain fog right now, so I'm not sure if this is like a conclusion that makes sense. It might not make any sense. That's okay. I wish I had something to say that could like wrap it up well, like be like, in conclusion. Okay, I'll try. In conclusion, I'm I'm on week 6. And I am starting to make art again, and I'm starting to feel excited about that, and I'm starting to feel like it's more natural to just do what I want to do and set good boundaries. And I'm feeling good. Yeah. Okay.